Hey, you know what? When I'm thinking about rebuilding myself, cleaning out my closet, cleaning out the junk that's around me, I ain't too much thinking about the other people. The only thing I'm thinking about with the other people are how they fit into this situation and what are we doing here? How are we progressing? How are we moving ahead? How are we being better than our last day? How are we being healthier? When I'm rebuilding me and I'm trying to decide on what's got to get out of here, what I got to put to the side, what are the bare necessities, for lack of better phrasing, I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about how to rebuild me. I'm trying to take this to ground zero. Start fresh from the bottom to the top. So I can have that good foundation. So I can keep on rocking. So I can have the resilience that I need to push on through. Withstand any storms that may be up ahead. Because, oh yeah, this is life. I can assure you, you got some storms are coming. The last thing I want is to be living in a wicker house. A house built on twigs, if you will. When you're rebuilding you, it's about you. It's about what you need. It's about the things that you take in, and it's about the things that you put out. You're taking in, you're putting out. What am I taking in, and what am I putting out? And am I taking in some good, some bad, spitting out some lukewarm stuff? Am I taking in some angry, mean-spirited things, and now I'm putting that same energy out because I feel disgruntled? I feel displeased with the things and the people that's going on up around me. So this is the best way I can show it is with my attitude. I'm biting people's head off. What are we doing here? But I don't have to ask you anything because this is about rebuilding me. I know what makes me feel good. I know what makes me feel good in the short term and the long term. I know the things that appease my ego. I know the things that are just, like, the reason I'm going down this path, I'm thinking about appeasing my ego. The short term, they sound good, they feel good in that instance, but then they're gone and it's nothing. I know the things that really impact me down to my core and keeps me moving and gives me fuel. I know the things that affect me deeply, hurt my feelings, if you will. The things that make me come down emotionally, break me down, make me feel bad for weeks on end. Now, since I know these things and I'm being honest with myself with these things, and it may be stressful looking at these things, how am I going to place the things that's around me? How am I going to prioritize these things that are coming in and what I'm giving out? Now, first glance, if I was to do a quick sketch drawing, hey, I want it to be all good. I want it to be awesome, and I want to be better than my last day. Almost knocked this camera down. I want to be better than my last day, and I want to just put out good vibes. Okay, so realistically, what's needed? And since I'm being honest with myself, I got to keep in mind that sometimes I may feel on how I feels, and maybe it really didn't have anything to do with some of the people up around me. So I got to keep in mind that, we have those days too. And what goes into, breaking these things down, like I said, to the simplest components on why or maybe feeling like this. Now keep in mind, I've said this, and it's been a while since I said this. I've said this in some of my older videos. Nobody's 100% all the time, every day. Nobody's 100%. Some days you get up and you have an apathetic attitude. Apathy. You may just feel ho-hum. You may just feel street level. Really indifferent. Hey, not in the best mood, not in the worst mood. Let's just go ahead and roll with the things that we have up on this day. Now, since I know that I'm feeling like that, something may, I don't know, because I hadn't really like predetermined on how I, wanted this day to go, because I'm, like I said, I'm at a baseline here, right? It could sway either way. I don't know on something that may come up off into my circle and like disrupt my peace quickly, or something more readily disrupt my peace on today's date than it would on other days, where maybe I'm on a higher high. I don't know. So I'm kind of proceed with caution. These are all very real things that we have to ask ourselves, and every day that we wake up and go out in the world and we're dealing with people, these are things that we have to acknowledge first. Now I'm gonna tell you, I like feeling on my best level. That day when you're just tip top shape, smiling, grinning, and everything with everybody. But like I said, I know that that's not me all the time. One of the reasons why it's not me all the time, the reason why I'm using me as the example, you can see how this applies to you. I'm helping rebuild you to make you a better you. Since I am a very jovial person, outgoing, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. When me and my wife, or we go to functions and events and things, and I may be talking to people and engaging with them, and it's really no skin off my back, right? We're just interacting. But doing that every day, just going in, you're just constantly dumping out. I wouldn't have that to give every day, because that's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy. There's some days where I just want to keep my energy, think about some things, plan for some better stuff up for the future. Rebuild on Ayin, and Ayin knows that. So I know doggone well that I'm not going to sit out here and try to live every day like this last day that I just got done discussing with you, knowing I'm going to just keep putting out, because Ayin is fun-loving and people want to be around Ayin and they want to have these interactions and so forth. I can't, because it's not reasonable. It's not reasonable for me to do that, knowing that I'm going to have some of those apathetic days that I just told you about. So some of those ho-hum days that I just got done telling you about. Then they might see a side Ayin that they don't want to see. Or you just start getting on my nerves. I can, without a shadow of a doubt, say, and this is a realistic view, I've had a heck of a lot more good days than I have bad days. And I want to continually have good days. So it's going to constantly cause me to reevaluate the things that I allow up off in my circle, the people that's around me, so I can have those better days. I'm not about problems. I don't want them problems. I don't want them old crazy challenges and drama, for lack of a better word. I don't want it. I don't want it. Might land in my lap on one of them days, them ho-hum days, and it really gets to bringing me down. And like I said, you see a side that you might not necessarily be you smiling back at. So since I'm aware of all of that, got to work on me. Sometimes you get a lot built up on you, and you're like, hey, I really need to reassess this. And what I mean by I need to reassess this is it's really busy. And even though I'm handling all these things that's going on up around me, okay, I know how Ayin can get high bob and weave out of some of these days. So what do I need to do to, bow out of this gracefully? Define these boundaries between me and certain things that bring Ayin down. I got to clean out this closet, man. I got to clean out this closet. I got to reset. Rebuilding you so you can have a better you for the future. That's what I'm thinking about. You're going to have to break it down to the simplest components. It ain't about others. Keep in mind, it's going to be difficult when you may have to remove people or situations out, because since this is what's best for you, when you're surrounded by people that are using you, needy people, it most likely won't be the best thing up for them. So they may be telling you otherwise. That's the reason why I'm doing this video. I'm trying to be that little voice in your ear to say, hey, tapping you on the shoulder. Don't forget about you. Don't think about keeping you at 100%. What you need to go ahead and push on the next day. Because remember, we're not just talking about just you being a better you. When you're being a better you, you're being a better you for the other people that's around you. For the people that need you, that's up around you. We ain't talking about these people that's selfishly thinking, these users. No, you figure it out on your own. I'm not trying to even import anything up to you. Done with this video. Done worked up an appetite. I think this is the last video for the day. Y'all stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. Y'all have a good one.